What is up, everybody? It's your girl Tiz back in the cut once again, and I am back with another video. And today, you guys, I am going to be doing another story time. I did a story time earlier about the time me and my best friend fought. Check that video out. The link will be in the description down below. And let's get into this story time. Alright, so this is the story time about how me, Jake, Emily, Jasper, and a few other friends were cutting class sophomore year in high school. Now, it all started during fifth period English class. Everything was crazy. Everything was crazy that year. So we decided to cut a couple of days before. I can't remember what recess we had. I think it was it was Christmas. It was a week before Christmas, and we were cutting history. No, we were cutting English. So, alright. In my school, where I used to go in high school, they used to do what we call sweeps. Sweeps is when they go in the staircase and they see if we were cutting. So we're cutting in the same spot that we always cut it. No, we're cutting the back stairwell in the back on the third floor, between the second and third floor. That way, nobody would catch us. So this time, they actually did catch us, and we all split up. Me and Jake went to class. Emily, I think, left the building. Braylon ran. Jasper ran. And two other friends that we were with ran. We all went our separate ways. I went back to class. Jake went back to class. Everybody just left. And then Jasper was still roaming the hallway. At the time, I didn't have my ID, so when they do sweeps, they're supposed to collect your ID and take it and give it to your principal. But at the time, I didn't have my ID, so I ran to class and sat in class. 5 minutes later, Jasper runs to my room, because Jasper was supposed to also be in that class with me and Jake, but for some reason, Jasper used to cut all the time, so the teacher never knew who Jasper was during that year, because Jasper used to cut every fucking day. Jasper cut every day. So the teacher didn't know who Jasper was. So the only time Jasper came, I think, was in the beginning of the year. I think he came like three or four times in the beginning of the year. After that, he stopped coming. He started cutting with Emily and the rest of the people I used to hang out with. Now, when Jasper comes to the room, he's like, the principal is looking for you two. And I'm like, what the hell? Why the hell did the person who was doing the sweep in the staircase go to my principal and tell her we found this amount of students cutting class? So I'm like, bro, why? So I get up, me and Jake get up and follow Jasper to the principal's office. Now the principal's office was like right there by my class. So where my class was, it's like, this is the classroom, then right here is like a staircase, and then over here is the office where the principal's office is at. So when that happened, I walked into the principal's office and she was like, "Oh, I heard you, Jasper, Jake, Emily, Braylon, everybody. I heard y'all was cut in class." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, we were cut in class." I didn't lie to her because why should I? Because she already knew everybody was cut in class, but she knew of them more because they used to cut more. Sorry about that. They used to cut class more than I did. Now, at the time, I would say that's about my third or fourth time cutting class, but that was the first time I ever got caught cutting class. So when she sees that I'm not in class, she didn't spaz out. She was like, "Oh, Tiffany, I'm kind of disappointed in you. I've never seen you cut class before, and I've been late at this point." I didn't start go. I did go late like a few times. Like, you haven't been late that much. You haven't been absent this much, but sorry, I haven't been absent that whole year as much. And then she goes, "You know, if I ever catch you," we just started talking. I was like, I told her I wasn't feeling good to go to this class, and that's the reason why I cut. But she was like, "I'm still disappointed in you. I've never heard of you ever cutting class." Now, as soon as this happened, I was like, I know. Nobody has ever seen me cut class before. So then, when that happened, she was like, "Oh, well, don't let me hear about you cutting class again, because if I hear you cutting class, I'm gonna have to tell your mom." And you already know this is the week before Christmas, and if I hear that you misbehave or do anything crazy, I'm gonna have to suspend you. When we come back, you're gonna be on suspension. So I was like, all right. So then she told me and Jake, she gave me and Jake a form that all freaking teachers had to sign. And there was a number on the side saying, well, 5 is you did good, 4 is you did no. 5 is you did excellent, 4 you did good, 3 is okay, and then 2 and 1 is 2 is you did poorly, 1 is that was it. She made me and Jake each take a sheet for the rest of that week, plus the week before Christmas, the couple of days we had of the week of Christmas. So we had to get every teacher to sign it, starting the next day after we got in trouble. So every morning we had to go to the office, pick up a sheet, and then hand it to all our teachers. I had to do it for a week. Now, on the other hand, Jake cut mostly all the time, so his sheet wasn't fully filled out as my sheet was. My sheet was filled out all the time, so I used to always get 5s. I used to get 5s all the time. For that whole week, I got 5s, and at the end of the day, you have to turn it into the principal. And then when one time I had turned into the principal, and the principal was like, "Oh, I see that you're doing good. I'm about to take you off the sheet. You don't have to use the sheet no more once you come back from vacation." And then she talked to Jake. She was like, "Jake, I'm very disappointed in you. You have been, once again, cutting class. You're going to stay on the sheet for the rest of the school year." Jake stayed on for the rest of the school year. I didn't. But after that, me and the principal became really, really cool. Yeah, it became really, really cool. Things were good. Not until, but like, things were good between me and the principal, and if it wasn't for her, I would have never changed a lot of things that happened so well in school. Some things really clearly. I became cool with her. Never cut after that. I mean, yeah, I cut a few more times, but I cut in like different places after that. Instead of the staircase by in the middle on the third floor, but like the girls' bathroom, like I stopped cutting over there after a while. And yeah, I became really cool. Like I said, with the principal, never had any problems with her after that. I used to go in like most of the time with my um how you call it? I used to go to her office during my lunch break or like after school and just sit there and talk with her and tell her how my day went or tell her I'm upset about something. But yeah, you guys, that's how I became extremely cool with the principal, and that's also the story about how your girl got caught in class. Now, without that, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next story time. Peace.